Halo. Tes. Halo teman-teman. Di sini aku mau memberitahukan bahwa ada beberapa misi di GreedFall yang bukan sedikit sih, benar-benar menyusahkan karena ini questnya muter banget gitu ya. Kita juga udah 4 harian kalau nggak salah. Tapi dengan waktu per sekali main sejam nyari nih quest buat nyelesain nggak bisa, entah akunya yang emang nggak pinter main game atau emang ada sesuatu yang salah dengan misi ini. Tapi kita lihat di Google juga banyak yang nyari jalan buat misi yang ini. Banyak yang bilang bahwa misi ini adalah sebuah kesalahan, bug gitu, atau ada yang bilang juga bahwa ini adalah kesalahan dari game developernya. Cuman susahnya si GreedFall ini ketika kita cari di YouTube itu nggak dapat karena GreedFall ini misinya sejenis kayak gini. Kadang ada versi jalan plan A, kadang ada jalan versi plan B. Jadi itu sedikit kita menyusahkan kita gitu kan ya. Karena kita kan karakter antara gamer kan beda-beda. Kadang kita memilih jalan yang ini, kadang kita milih jalan ini. Itu cara milihnya bukan kita yang milih gitu, bukan. Maksudnya gini. Kadang ada misinya harus kita jawab ini dari kalimat si orang, kadang kita harus jawab yang ini dari kalimat si orang gitu kan. Misalkan ada A B C, nah kadang kita jawab yang A, kadang kita jawab yang B, kadang kita jawab yang C. Itu mempengaruhi alur dari kisah si GreedFall. Jadi misi yang susah tadi ini adalah yang ini. Bentar kita head dulu ya. Nah yang ini, The Trial of Waters, bagian mid itu yang kuning ya, yang ini yang kuning warna kuning sampai The Trail of the Waters yang paling samping kanan. Meet with Langganan, the leader of the council. Itu susah. Ketika kita mau ini ngomong sama orang, dia bakal ngomong kayak gini. Kita ngomong ini.
Perhaps you could tell the elder of the council that I request an audience.
Glendon cannot speak with you, legate. Times are difficult and his time is precious.
Kita next aja ya. Intinya kita nggak dibolehin masuk. Kita nggak dibolehin masuk. Jadi aku lihat di YouTube yang lain gitu ya, di luar negeri gitu, dia ngomong kayak gini. Dia klik yang ini, habis itu pilih yang di bawah, wait until you meet a member of the council willing to help you. Klik yang ini. Habis itu dia travel ke sini. Mana nih? Nah nih ada yang travelnya kan. Dia travel ke sini, terus dia masuk ke mana sih ya? Ini kalau nggak salah nih, Neoserin ini. Nah ke sini, dia ke sini. Nah, ntar ya loadingnya. Tapi ini loading lumayan cepat kalau pakai series S dibanding series X katanya. Makanya tuh loadingnya cepet banget kan. Tapi kalau misal grafik series X nggak bisa ngalahin series S lah, beda harga. Nah kesini masuk nih, negatifnya si GreedFall, kadang setiap provinsi atau tempat dia mempunyai biasa bupati, gubernur atau apa itu gedungnya beda dari luar. Tapi ini ada tapinya. Ketika kita masuk ke gedung, ini gedungnya bakalan sama bentuknya kayak gini, nggak ada beda-bedanya. Palingan entah dari warna cat atau apa, bentuknya sama. Tangganya kayak gini, luasnya kayak gini, walaupun bentuk di luar beda. Kayak gitu, itu tuh. Mungkin apakah mereka itu saking kompaknya jadi kayak gini? Iya kan? Nah, kesini. Kalau di YouTube kesini. Ntar di sini ada orang ini, kayak kepala suku di sini. Nah, ada kepala suku di sini. Kita ngobrol sama si kepala suku, minta tolong buat masuk ke misi yang ini tadi. Yang misi yang meet with Glendon, the leader, the council. Di sini kita klik ini dulu. Di sini ntar ada kepala suku yang aku berdiri. Terus kita ngomong, kita balik lagi ke tempat map yang tadi, udah bisa masuk. Masalahnya punya aku nggak bisa masuk. Kenapa jadi nggak bisa masuk? Nggak bisa masuk ke situ. Kenapa? Karena bagian wait until you meet a member of the council ini kagak ada kepala sukunya. Ini kan kosong kan? Ternyata aku lihat sama orang-orang di YouTube katanya harus nyelesain misi yang Constantine Fate ya, Constantine Fate ya. Masalah yang kedua yang baru tadi ini nggak aku rekam sih sebenarnya caranya gimana tadi, makanya aku jelasin dulu step by step, soalnya aku mau live streaming takutnya kan terlalu banyak hal yang aku buang-buang gitu buat cari ininya. Jadi aku rekap aja ulang. Jadi masalahnya yang bagian drift of the missionaries, tak, kuning nyala, tapi nggak ada tanda sama sekali. Nah ini kan ada tanda pintu nih. Nah kalau yang tadi bagian drift of the missionaries kagak ada tanda sama sekali. Itu sumpah bikin bingung banget. Jadi tiba-tiba nih misi drift of the missionaries-nya checklist nih selesai. Caranya gimana cara nyelesainnya? Kita kesini dulu. Kita kesini, kita balik dulu ke bagian travel. Minusnya GreedFall apalagi nih? Minusnya ini larinya pelan banget. Untuk map yang lumayan luas ya, walaupun ada travel, ini sangat-sangat benar-benar mengganggu. Terlalu lambat. Dan aku juga pernah baca ya, game yang bagus itu katanya game yang kalau buka ada pintu terus ngebukanya smooth. Ini lumayan bagus banget lah buka pintu tuh. Soalnya ada developer yang ngomong gitu ya. Bukan developer sih, kayak pembuat game. Dia ngomong bahwa industri game, pembuatan game yang paling menyulitkan adalah bagian pintu. Buka pintu, tutup pintu. Itu yang paling susah. Makanya ada beberapa game yang begitu sangat-sangat bagus tapi nggak ada pintunya. Itu emang karena yang bikin pintu emang paling hal yang menyusahkan bagi pembuat game gitu kan. Tapi buat GreedFall buat buka pintu lumayan bagus sih tuh. Jadi kita tadi bagi ke misi yang bagian Drift of the Visionaries. Ini udah checklist karena udah aku selesain. Waktu asalnya ini belum checklist nih. Jadi cara bikin checklistnya kemana? Kita berangkat dulu ke sini, ke travel. Di bagian The Singing Waters. Nah, The Singing Waters. Sini. Oke. Buka map dulu ya, map. Nah, ini nih dia. Jadi, bagian tadi yang misi The Sovereign of Constantine ini bagian Drift of the Missionaries, nggak ada tanda apapun sama sekali di map. Jadi kita nggak tahu kita harus ngelakuin apa, kita harus menuju kemana, kita harus jalanin quest apa, nggak ada. Emang bener-bener ini entah karena aku yang kurang baca dari misi yang sebelumnya harusnya kayak gimana, atau emang jelasnya kayak gitu sih kayaknya, atau emang abak atau akunya yang nggak tahu gitu. Soalnya gimana kita mau nyelesain misi coy kalau nggak ada tandanya di map. Jadi cara nyelesainnya kayak gimana? Kita berangkat ke sini. Ini dia, ke sini. Berangkat ke situ ya, kita berangkat situ dulu ya. Kita berangkat ke situ. Nih, cara nyelesain lari lambat pelan banget di GreedFall adalah dengan kayak gini. Ditekan A biar rolling kayak gini. Soalnya lo bayangin aja tuh kan cara jalannya nih pelan banget. Itu bakal gimana sih ya, buat map yang begitu luas kayak gini bikin kita sedikit susah sih. Kelebihan dari GreedFall kayak gini juga nih, kalau mukul musuh itu gimana ya, realistis banget pukulannya gitu, kayak ada feel-nya kena banget. Cuman ini kenapa tadi langsung mati aku pukul, karena aku pilih mode game yang di bawah lagi dari isi. Jadi nggak usah mikirin skill, nggak usah mikirin upgrade senjata atau apa, pokoknya jadi pro banget lah istilahnya. Itu cara main anak bawang gitu. Jadi kita kesini dulu. Bentar, di mana sih rumah? Nah, ke situ. Untuk jalan dapetin misi yang ini, yang tadi. Nyelesain misi yang tadi. Gak usah lewatin aja lah ya. Ya elah, salah belok gua. Nah, ini dia. Tadi ke sini. Jadi untuk nyelesain misi yang bagian Drift of the Visionaries yang di atas Bring the Touch of Constantine. Awalnya gitu kan. Tadi udah dijelasin susah banget dapetinnya. Susah banget nyelesainnya karena nggak ada tandanya sama sekali. Kita harus jalan ke sini. Tiba-tiba di sini nih, di bagian yang tenda itu banyak orang. Tapi nggak ada tanda sama sekali bahwa kita harus ke sana. Nggak ada tanda sama sekali bahwa tanda kita harus bicara sama dia. Tapi ketika kita nyamperin ke sini, tek gitu kan, langsung tiba-tiba ngobrol tuh, tiba-tiba bicara tuh. Dan ketika habis ngobrol, tanda Drift of the Missionaries itu checklist, selesai misinya. Terus keluar misi Bring ke atas to Constantine. Nah, Kenapa kita harus nyelesain misi yang ini, The Suffering of Contestant ini harus diselesaikan? Karena kita buat masuk ke Meet with Glenn dan The Leader of the Council, kita harus nyelesain misi Contestant Fight biar keluar si Council Willing to Help You-nya ini keluar. Di tempat yang tadi aku iniin, provinsi yang tadi, yang pertama itu. Jadi kita jalanin dulu misi yang Bring Catas of to Constantine ini. Oke. Bener-bener ngerepotin sih buat GreedFall ini ya, kalau apa jalannya pelan kayak gini. Kenapa nggak dipikirin harus apa sih itu, dipikirin entah bikin kuda gitu kan kayak The Witcher, atau bikin apa gitulah, atau larinya dicepetin sedikit kan lumayan ngebantu sih. Nah ini misi yang selanjutnya nih, gimana nih ngobrol sama bapak atas.
Indeed, I put the White Tenland down, who was enraging his kind and destroyed their nests. The attack should no longer trouble you. As for the missionaries, we were able to convince them to leave, although they were not willing to reveal their involvement in the attacks that caused you such harm.
And so they were in some way responsible. I had my suspicions, but I could not see their reasons.
They brought a particularly large beast here that attracted and enraged the others.
This is what provoked the attacks and brought on our despair. These people have blood on their hands.
In the end, we found the missing young ones, but alas, it was too late. Devoured by wild beasts.
And divorced tear ends. You did well on Almanawi. Now they should be able to find the rest.
Will you agree to accompany me now? My cousin needs your help.
I have packed what is needed. I am ready to journey with you.
Ini sih ini kayaknya yang apa? Yang gue lihat di YouTube luar tadi, bahwa yang bakalan konsen yang bantu kita itu yang orang yang orang kepala suku itu tadi. Ini saudaranya, dia kena penyakitnya itu lupa gue namanya apa, yang bisa bikin dia mati mendadak gitu, yang karena di daerah situ belum ada obatnya. Biasa kan, ini kan tahun yang dulu banget gitu kan, itu masalah obat-obatan masih sangat terbatas. Dan gue bingung itu apa sih dokter, apakah harus pakai topeng kayak gitu? Soalnya gue juga kurang ngerti juga sih bahasa Inggris, makanya kurang mengetahui jalan kisahnya kayak gimana. Kadang juga harus buka Google Translate.
You pop in just when you're needed, cousin, as always. Who are you? Your hand is cold as ice.
Your
Dingin
cousin
katanya
is
tangannya.
burning.
Kebakar katanya dari dalam.
Let me present KokoNovi, Constantine. He is the greatest healer on the island. He will help you.
Please, stay.
I am here for you, Naxe, and I will not leave until I found a way to ease your pain and suffering. Fill your mind with the patience of the ocean. I know not how much time I will need. I've never seen such a sickness. The spirits of your lands must be quite horrendous to cast down such evils upon the peoples that live there.
Thank you. Thank you, cousin. I don't want to imagine my plight without your intervention.
Dah selesai misinya tuh, akhirnya muncul kan, tuh. Ntar coba kita ngomongin aja di sini ya. Kita lihat dulu misi yang tadi apakah sudah selesai semua. Iya, pas. Quest ini yang quest utama, set quest ini misi sampingan kayaknya ya. Jadi waktu quest ini kekunci, aku jalanin semua set quest ini, tapi banyak banget nggak habis-habis. Aku kira harus menyelesaikan misi baru kebuka yang tadi, ternyata nggak buka kayak gitu juga. Jadi kita ngobrol dulu ke sini. Semoga aja nih udah ending ya, soalnya lama banget nih namatin ini game.
What can I do for you?
I'm looking to meet Enormiel Frichtman. I went all the way to the village council.
But they did not let you speak to Glendan the Elder.
Precisely. They said that only the friends of a member of the council might enter.
And my word was not enough. It seems that I must be a mal to be heard.
Do not be sad, daughter of Bloodned. One day you will be as great a chief as your mother. And you too will have a seal. This seal will allow you to give voice to the friends of your clan, those who may speak in your name. Here, friend of Wenxavier, take my seal and go
and meet a Glendan. But you must convince him and about us many trials. Many monsters and traps are hidden off the paths you seek to follow.
Why are you helping me?
Seneng banget gue dapetinnya. Nih quest susah banget soalnya.
And you have already shown me your friendship.
I hope that Glendan will allow you to meet this god, cousin. Leave as soon as you can. Godspeed.
Have no fear. I'll do whatever it takes. I must go.
What awalam say?
Wah, alam straight. Waduh, rolling lagi. Jalannya lambat banget. Grafik sih emang menyenangkan sih ya, bagus. Cuman ya kayak gitu tadi, ada bukan beberapa sih, hampir semua bangunan yang dari luarnya emang beda, tapi dalamnya sama persis. Nggak ada variasi gitu. Nih kayak yang tempat yang kayak gini nih, semuanya dalamnya sama, ini kayak gini, nggak ada bedanya, walaupun dari luarnya beda. Meet with Glendan ya, susah banget gue mau ngomong sama lu. Bisa dong, bisa lah, masa iya enggak.
The rule is still the same, you know.
Here is the seal of the Denegad Katasach of the village of Wenxavier.
And so you are a trusted friend of the great healer. He must see your true face and find it worthy. Enter. You are welcome.
Akhirnya enter, you are welcome katanya. Nggak dihalangin lagi dong. Susah amat ngomong sama ini, tepak juga nih mukanya.
I give you warm greetings, Glendan. I am Disarday, legate of the Congregation of Merchants.
Your merchant congregation sways me very slightly from my path. But you are a current of Katasach.
Ngomong bahasa Inggrisnya kayak orang India gitu ya nggak? Orang India bahasa Inggris gitu.
My cousin, as well as many other people in our island, suffer from a terrible sickness. We think that only Enormiel Frichtman can help us find a cure.
Really? And Katasach sent you to see me?
He told me that the only way to meet with your god was to come and see you. You would judge our worthiness.
Judge your intentions? Yes, that I can do.
That
but
I
even
can
if
do.
I should do this, you would have many trials to pass. For the path you seek to follow has only been tread but a very few times, and you are the first Renaigse to set foot upon it. We must begin where everything begins. There is a trial, the trial of water. It will show us the reflection of your soul.
What must I do?
You must go to a cavern and tell me what you see on the seal you will find deep in its center.
And this cavern is guarded, I suppose.
That is true. But the simplest solution is not always the best. It is a path with many forks. I hope you will prove that you understand the spirit of our people and our island. Go now. Show us your true face, and return purified by the waters of the cavern.
I must leave. Goodbye.
Dah. Kita harus kemana lagi nih? Jalan ini siapa lagi?
You have spoken
Di
to
sini, Mas.
Glendon as you wanted. What more can I do for you?
I was asked to pass the trial of water. What do you know about it?
What do you know about it?
Only those who must reveal their soul.
Oh, ini yang masuk ke gua di atas itu tuh. Tadi gue juga bingung awalnya. Gak bisa dibuka soalnya guanya.
Tremendous honor given to you, Renaigse.
Do you have any advice to give?
I only know that the trial can be passed in many ways, and your choice will reveal the makings of your soul. One way is through strength, the other by ruse and heart. But I know no more than this. The trials are kept secret. Anything else?
Nothing else, thank you. I need to leave.
Good luck. And do not lose yourself in your own reflection.
Ya benar, ke atas nih. Tuh kan jalannya pelan banget larinya. Padahal temennya kayaknya cepet sih tuh. Dia maju, stop. Tuh. Gimana sih cara lari cepet? Apakah gue yang nggak tahu atau emang nggak bisa tuh? Kalau ditekan ini nunduk. Ini juga minusnya kalau kita habis jalan kayak gini, kita putar ke kiri kanan, kadang-kadang dia mandek kayak jalan gitu. Awalnya lari kayak gini kan. Apa ada tombol buat lari cepet ya? Pas running gitu, atau emang nggak ada? Nggak ada sih.
Siora, do you know anything about the trial that awaits us inside?
My mother passed it during the last election, but it was Vinbar that was elected in the end.
Did she tell you about it?
A little, but it is a secret trial. It is important that you give your whole heart to it. I know that you must choose your path in your way. Combat is not necessarily the best response, even if it allows you to get to where you are going. If you are confronted with animals, remind yourself that they must feed, and there are ways of altering food to make those who eat it fall into a deep and peaceful sleep.
Is that an idea that your mother used? It's clever. Thank you.
Masuk ke dalam akhirnya. Ntar kita off dulu dah.
Look, these beasts are feeding on the carcass. There's some sleeping here.
I need a bit of practice. I need a bit of practice.
Watch out, another.
Look at the basin and the symbols around it.
given the islanders' taste for rituals and enigmas, I think you should touch the water.
You were freezing and you had this empty stare. The water in the basin spoke to you, no?
Yes. Exactly like the lightning-struck tree. I was something else for a brief moment.
Tell us. Visions like this are guides, keys for the sacred rituals.
I was in the sky. I was floating, carried by the wind. And it was a cold feeling. I was high up, and it was getting colder and colder. I felt my blood freezing in my veins. I fell to the ground and spun slowly. And then the sun warmed me. Suddenly I bounced on the ground. And I was taken by the bubbling current of this creek. Then, just like before, the vision dissipated. And I was suddenly with you again. This must be the seal that Glendan spoke about. It looks like the silhouette of the mountain of Tirfredi. And a face is drawn within it.
The spirit of the volcano. One of the faces of Einar Frichterman.
Bertir to Mad on Olmanawi. I congratulate you for passing the trial. Enter.
And so you have returned. Can you tell me what the seal deep within the cavern brings into your mind?
A face in the mountain of Tirfredi.
Then you have seen the true face of the island when looking into her waters. And the island has seen inside you. You have given the blood of the animals that protected the entrance to the passage. You have chosen strength a first time. In the second room, you have awoken the Dosentats to better best them. And in the end, you have forgotten the ritual and confronted the guardian that protected the seal. This says many things about you. You have sided with strength. It is one path that others have chosen before you, but it rarely leads to wisdom. The island saw your courage, but also your brutality.
Am I authorized to encounter Einar Frichterman now? To present him with my request?
If the High King agrees, yes. We shall not oppose that decision. Only a High King or High Queen is allowed to open the sanctuary. I warned you. Your voyage is far from over.
I suppose that I'm going to need to convince them as well. Where can I find them?
I do not know. And I believe that it may be another trial on your path to find the one you seek.
Is he hiding? Has he been captured?
He disappeared several months ago. Since then, we have not heard from him. He was worried about the Renaigse. The last people to have seen him, I'm told, were the most important chiefs of the clans here at the council. There was Deirdre, Blatnid, Ulan, and Dunkas.
My mother, alas, can tell us nothing more.
Yes, I heard about your loss, Siora. And divorced Tirce. Mourning is a difficult time to pass.
And divorced Tirce. Thank you, Glyndon.
Deirdre is the Mal of the clan of the Storm Warriors. You will find her in the village of Vedlog.
I've already met her. She sent me to confront a guardian.
That sounds like her. Ulan is the Mal of the village of Vignamri, near the coast. It is said that he welcomes the Renaigse. As for Dunkas, he leads the Vigigidor. He is the chief of the Earth Healers. His village is not very far from the Didekid and Nadages.
Very well. I will go and see them. Try to find this High King. Thank you, Glendan.
Kwa awalamsek. I hope that you will find him.
Lieutenant, I demand an explanation. Tell us what is going on. We haven't heard anything about Lord D'Orsay's condition in spite of our inquiries. We are extremely worried. And then, all of a sudden, one of his guards appears, shaken and on his own, though he is part of his retinue.
Please, allow me the chance to shed some light, my lady.
Your soldier is nothing more than a coward for abandoning his highness.
Tell me, what is going on?
This soldier has just reported in. He is asking for reinforcements. He believes that Lord D'Orsay has been attacked.
He believes? He ran here without full knowledge of what happened firsthand.
I was sent on patrol far from the camp, but I heard screams, from men and from beasts. I wanted to return to camp, but then I heard a deafening sound, grinding, like a landslide. I thought then it would be best just to go and get help.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You are dismissed. I would like to have a discussion with this man alone.
Yes, sir.
My lady, could you lead these fine people into the hallway, if you would be so kind?
Certainly. I deplore this embarrassing turn of events. But know that you have my full support in all circumstances.
In the interest of avoiding a general panic, Tell me precisely what happened back there.
Your cousin ordered us to escort him beyond the town limits. The islander convinced him to go on some journey.
By islander, do you mean the denegad that came to treat his affliction?
Yes, a strange bird. Missing more than one feather, you ask me, sir. I was ordered to set up patrol along a small path, rather far from the rest of the company. I was told to protect our perimeter from anyone wandering along. According to the islander, it was the only access to their planned destination. I did my rounds for quite some time. Not a soul came along. But then I heard cries a ways off, and I went running to help. I heard an enormous crashing sound like an avalanche of rocks. So then I turned right back around.
And you ran all the way here? Do you know precisely where the company was when you heard these sounds?
No, not precisely. I hadn't gone there. But I could show you where I was posted. The islander said they were following the path, but he was quite a ways ahead when I lost sight of them.
Why didn't you go and look for yourself? To see if they had been buried by a rock slide?
What? Alone? What could I have done? It seemed of greater urgency to go and get help.
I'm still having trouble deciding if cowardice or intelligence got the best of you. But that's a question for your superiors. My cousin was quite weak. Do you know why he decided to follow the denegad?
His Highness was feeling much better. The potions that he was drinking must have been potent. I mean to show no disrespect to His Highness, but that islander had the high ground in the War of Wits. I wasn't privy to their counsel. I haven't the beginning of an explanation for the expedition, but your cousin was all full of enthusiasm and ordered that we set out as quick as we could make ready.
That sounds like him. What sort of mess has he gotten himself into? Again?
I am sorry, sir, but I don't know anything else I could tell you.
Dismissed, soldier. Looks like I'm going on an expedition.
Thank you, sir.
Onol Manawi. It is time I returned to my people, took up the torch and continued my mother's work. I have learned a lot by your side, but my people and my sister need...
Don't you want to...
No.
Is it you who helped my warriors discover what the men of the Red Sun were doing?
Indeed.
Then I thank you. It's probably because you are an Onol Manawi that you are different from the other Renaigse. What do you seek?
I'm looking for your High King. I was told that you were among those that last saw him.
And whatever would our Renaigse, an Onol Manawi, want with Finbar?
He is the only person that can help me meet with the Enon Mil Frictaman.
You still seek to find your demon. You others, Renaigse, you understand nothing of our island.
That's something else. We believe he can help us find a remedy to a sickness that is killing many of our own.
You just gave me one more reason to be silent, Renaigse. Unless... if you were to prove your loyalty, then it's possible in exchange I would help you.
What do you want from me?
For you to help us in our assault against the secret camp of the Soul Lasser. The one in which they are torturing my people.
What do you intend to do exactly?
Attack and destroy this camp, and those who live in it, to set my people free.
And how am I supposed to help you?
My clan is powerful, but so are these Soul Lasser. I need more warriors. Eseld of the Gaius Rad is in my debt, but I'm afraid she might refuse to honor it after her clan was defeated. You know how to talk to people, and you are friends with her twin sister. I would like you to go and convince her to help me.
I suppose I could try at least.
That would be good. It would also be good if you could fight alongside us to set these prisoners free. Meet us near the camp with the forces you managed to assemble. Anything more? You must go because...
I must...
No, any...
I need to
wow. What do you see? You must because any...
I must urgently...
No, any...
I need to...
That you all... What more? We are the...
Tell me about...
It...
I suppose that... I suppose there would be no...
They are the lion.
I need to be going.
Wow,
Tadi baru kita aktifkan mode gamenya ke normal, lumayan susah juga ya. Jadi kan bisa kita aktifin di sini nih, di option, di game nih normal. Kita ganti ke discovery aja lah. Lumayan bikin keringetan darahnya, susah. Kita mau ngejar ini aja, ngejar cepat selesai game aja sih. Gak pengen ribet-ribetan. Tuh ini bikin minusnya GreedFall juga. Kenapa nggak lo bikinin map di pojok kanan gitu kan ya, bulat gitu kayak The Witcher kan gak susah. Kita ini kadang kita kudu mesti apa itu ya, balik lagi gitu. Ya Allah, ini kemana sih? Datang sampai ke suatu pojokan ada tembok, kudu balik lagi. Mending kalau larinya cepet nih, larinya pelan banget. PR banget sih ini GreedFall, tapi emang kalau dimainin sebenarnya seru sih. Cuman yang kayak gini, lari kayak gini buat apaan sih? Mending jalan aja. Ini kita udah loncat dulu, climb kemana sih? Pas enggak nih? Ini bikin was-was gitu kan. Kita mau turun tadi ke bawah sini nggak bisa, ke sini nih nggak bisa tadi. Sininya kudu naik ke atas pintunya. Tadi coba normal, tarungnya lumayan susah kan, ini discovery nih, sekali pukul langsung mati. Soalnya nggak ada bedanya juga sih, isi itemnya itu juga. Gue kira tadi kan diganti ke normal, itemnya bakalan misalkan sedikit wow gitu, ternyata nggak juga. Apa sih? Tuh kan gue salah jalan kan, lumayan jauh padahal. Gue kira tadi ada jalan buat ke bawahnya lagi, ternyata nggak ada. Skill point 1 dapat, kurang berapa nih? Tulis 3 poin, 1 poin lagi. Tuh nggak ada jalan, terus buat ke bawah jalan mana ya? Rese emang. Ada suara air padahal nggak ada hujan. Lokasi tanahnya juga kering, tapi ada kayak suara air ketika kita rolling kayak tadi. Tuh grafiknya lumayan sih, bagus. Masa kudu ke atas lagi sih, emang bener-bener salah jalan gitu ya. Nah tuh kan cara ke bawahnya kudu jalan sini. Terus kita ke situnya jalan mana coba? Piye iki mas? Iki mas. Piye mas. Usain mas. Ada nggak ada apa-apa cuy. Tulisannya apa sih di sini? Impossible to climb. Ya iyalah. Mustahil buat dipanjat terus, jalannya jalan mana? Turun lagi kan, ini bikin kesel banget GreedFall. Larinya boro-boro lagi, pelan banget. Masa ya kita kudu rolling terus dari tadi? Susah amat. Jalannya kudu jalan mana? Masa bodoh. Jalannya bikin kesel. 340 meter. Salah jalan. Gimana sih buat lari? Temannya tuh kencang-kencang lo lari tuh. Enggak, pelan juga. Realistis, masa larinya kudu realistis juga. Kenapa nggak jadi bikin cepat gitu? Pelan banget sumpah.
Protect me in this battle!
This is the camp that Constantine's escort must have established.
Someone or something attacked and tore everything to shreds. This seems all too familiar.
Search the zone. Let's see if we can find any clues as to what's happened here. This area has been trampled. An entire stampede passed by here. Our soldiers must have fled the zone and taken this path followed by their assailants. This is a sacred place of a native cult. No doubt this is where Katasak and Constantine were going. There are bodies, and without a doubt there was fighting here. Search the place. Let's see what we are able to find. A crater. Without a doubt caused by an explosive potion. The soldiers might have been carrying them. They must have been desperate to have taken such drastic measures. More tracks. Footprints. They must have fled this way. Strange. These trees look half calcinated, as if they were exposed to immense heat. Another burnt tree. This path seems to have been scorched and flamed. More signs of an explosion. I can't believe that our soldiers could be carrying so many explosive potions. New footprints. It looks as if a group met up with them and took this path. There was more fighting over here. There are not only the corpses of our own men, but where could these other soldiers have come from? There are footprints. Only a handful made it up to here. The path stops on this overhang, and despite signs of a skirmish, I can't see any sign of constant. And these rocks were broken, as if they had taken cannon fire. What could have happened here? These vials look familiar. Katasak used the very same to stock his potions. He must have come here. I'm going to pick them up. I recognize this sack. It's my cousin's. Oh, Constantine, what have you gotten yourself into again? I don't recognize these men. Still more unknown soldiers. Could they have been responsible for the attack? This one is carrying a letter. Let's see. According to this note, this troop came from an outpost of the Bridge Alliance close by. A patrol, no doubt. Could the bridge in some way be linked to this attack? That makes no sense. Very well. Let's sum things up. Constantine and Katasak definitely came through here to perform some sort of ritual. But they were attacked. An attack obviously involving wild animals. And then there are these traces of inexplicable flames. Could it be magic?
No colonist understands how to control the fauna of this island. Whereas for the native wise men...
You believe Katasak could have orchestrated this attack?
Who else? You know all too well that with your cousin a hostage, you would be obliged to cede to the demands of the natives.
He would then have only accepted to treat him in order to gain his trust. I don't know. But regardless of who is guilty, I must find my cousin. We could return to Wen Xavier to learn more. Perhaps Katasak returned there. Or maybe his Voglendai could tell us where to find him. We are also going to have to visit the outpost. Their soldiers were involved in the combat, or at least the end of it. They must have some stories for us.
And you think that they would have taken Constantine? Is that possible? Maybe he was in need of treatment. But if you suspect them to have participated in the combat to capture him, I think you're wasting your time. I know the captain of that outpost. A pessimistic man who would never order an attack without being absolutely certain of total victory without losses.
Perhaps. Unless he was simply obeying orders. It does belong to the Coin Guard, after all. However, one way or another, Constantine is in danger. Let us be on our way without further delay.
I've heard stories of your exploits. It's unusual for us to be offered aid by Renaigse. It seems my Tiern was right. How can I help?
Katasak has disappeared.
What? But my Tiern followed you to help you. How would
I don't know exactly what happened, but he took my cousin to a particular place. A place to perform a ritual. Their escort was attacked. Decimated by beasts and by magic.
And you believe that the Tiern has taken your cousin and killed his soldiers? Your heart must beat in shadow to believe that the man who offered you his hand only did so in order to better betray you.
My son, your master may not be involved, but there are several controlling the wild.
How can you dare? After what your own Moinshakers did to our village, you dare accuse my master?
Perhaps your master had it in mind to exact vengeance for what happened here.
Petrus,
I will not allow you to cast shadows upon the head of the Tiern a moment more.
Maybe Allah will take me in this battle.
That is enough. I did not come here to fight with you, but only to find answers to my questions. My cousin is in danger, and your master is certainly also. Help us find them.
But I do not know where they can be found. I do not know how I can help you.
There may be a way. I found these vials of potion on the battlefield. Do they belong to your master?
They could very well, but let me see them closely. No, they are not his. This potion does not seem like any of those my master prepares. I do not know this smell. The plants used to make it do not come from here. Another Donegad must be implicated, but none that I know would attack Katasach. May the trees protect us. Who would attack the water that heals, the earth that feels? They must be in grave danger.
Yes. I sincerely hope that we will find them, that they are alive and well. I must go. I need to continue my investigations.
When you have discovered anything, let me know.
I have to...
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
colonials. You must have gotten lost to have come this far from nowhere. To whom do I owe the honor?
Desardet.
A legate? Pardon my dismay. Captain Idris, what can I do for you, sir?
I'm looking for...
A governor? Here? Whatever would he be doing in this rat hole?
My cousin was part of an expedition in this region. His men and his camp were attacked. They nearly all died. But we found no trace of his body, which has us hoping that he may still be alive. Wounded and holding up somewhere, or even captured.
Have you cast your suspicions in our direction? I hope this is a joke. We've had neither reinforcements nor supplies for weeks. In my book, we've been totally forgotten. I wouldn't risk the few lives remaining to attack a governor's camp. I'm not crazy. I'm truly sorry for your cousin, Excellency, but we haven't seen him. And we definitely haven't kidnapped him. The region is dangerous. The natives are heartless. You should be looking in their direction.
You do know that we found the bodies of several men from the garrison up there, don't you?
How could you be sure?
One of them was carrying a note, signed by your hand.
And they are dead. I had hoped they'd have survived and would eventually return.
Explain yourself, Captain. What were your men doing on the clifftop?
They were monitoring the zone. They were to warn us of any troop movements. We have lost too many men to surprise attacks. We decided to take initiative and be ready. Yesterday, we heard screams and saw some strange lights up there. But I was hoping...
And you didn't go and see for yourself? You hear screams, certainly those of your own men, and you don't do anything.
So the last of my men give up their lives for nothing as well? You can think of me as a coward if you like. But me, I'm taking no more unnecessary risks.
Why do I have the feeling that you're holding something back from me?
Captain, my name is Afra. You might remember me. I passed by this outpost with my fellow scholars.
The Lost Expedition. Yes, I remember.
His Excellency was able to extract us from the situation we found ourselves in.
His Excellency has powers that I do not possess.
I'm casting no stones at you. You are isolated and without resources, and understandably a bit angry. You have the feeling that the powerful of this world have abandoned you, and you want to make them pay. But a life hangs in the balance. We must save him.
You were right. I will tell you everything I know. One of the men I posted there returned during the night.
A survivor? Excellent. Did he tell you what happened?
He wasn't able to say a word. He collapsed unconscious 2 steps past the doorway. Our nurse sits with him, but there is little hope that he will come back to himself. His wounds are extremely serious. He's just refusing to die.
I'm sorry to hear that, Captain. Perhaps we could do something for him.
Go and see the nurse. Perhaps you can do something to help the poor boy. I can't take it anymore. To lose another man. Anything else?
Concerning...
Did you
not
really? Anything?
I need to be...
What are you doing there? This is an infirmary!
I know. I've come to see the wounded soldier. The captain told me you might need my help.
That is very kind of him. But alas, it's a little late.
What are you saying? Is the soldier...
No, he still lives. But I've been asking the captain for weeks to escort me on a mission to replenish my stocks. I no longer have a single remedy. And now that we have a wounded patient, I can only wipe water on his brow and hope.
Do you know what type of remedy would allow him to survive?
Yes, at least I think so. It's a known potion that heals burns.
I see. Give me the recipe. We'll go and see that it's prepared for you.
Thank you. Because of you, this poor boy might be able to survive his wounds.
Sade. Can I do any?
What did you think? It was because...
But you... Anything...
Where do you...
From for this...
When did you... Do you miss the...
No.
Do you often...
Only...
Only when...
Really? Anything...
I must leave you. Good day, Captain.
Excellency.
Did you
thank any?
I need to be going.
I would.
closer, good people. Liqueur and wine from the continent. Tier for de-alcohol.
Excellency! It is in him. What might... Thank you for... Welcome! It's such a pleasure. Have you seen it? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Come closer, good people. Liqueur and wine from the continent.
Thanks for your visit.
Were you able to concoct?
Yes, I was.
Give it to me. I'll take... We must wait and be patient now.
Will he make it? And if he survives, when could we speak to him?
Come back to...
Very well. I'll come back tomorrow.
See you soon.
Hello, soldier. How are you doing?
Better. A lot better. Are you the one who saved me? The nurse told me.
I simply prepared the potion that she told me how to make. Nothing more. Could you tell me what happened during the attack?
I will try. They're not really memories I'm fond to bring back. A lot of my friends died up there. We were posted up on the peak to follow rebel movement. It had been a couple of days when we heard sounds of fighting not far from our position. Men were screaming in our own language. So we went to see what was happening. Soldiers of the Coin Guard and an islander were trying to protect a young man. He seemed dire ill.
Konstantin Katasak and his escort. Who were they fighting against?
Dozens of wild animals that seemed completely enraged and intent on devouring them. And there were flames.
Flames? Where were they coming from?
I don't know. My friends and other soldiers fell one after the other. I didn't see everything. All was blood and confusion with beasts and fire. But I thought I saw another islander. Big. He's the one who took the sickened man. There was practically no one left on the battlefield. I was wounded and I passed out. I came to when I heard voices of islanders approaching. Rebels. I thought to myself, they're coming to finish off the wounded. I got up with difficulty and fled. I dragged myself here. And you know the rest.
I'm going to have to go and find these rebels.
You shouldn't do that. They killed all of my friends. You take a great risk.
That's enough. Rest now. You're still far from having recovered.
Yes, it's best I leave now. I've learned enough. I'll have a word with your captain. Goodbye.
Excellency, I was told that you saved my soldier. Thank you. You can't imagine what this means to us.
Please. I did nothing more than follow the instructions your nurse gave me.
Did you learn what you needed to learn?
Yes. I was able to question your man and he told me what he saw. He and his company heard sounds of the attack, and they went to investigate. My cousin's escort were already nearly annihilated by animals.
One of those... They must have learned...
Don't apologize. I know where the camp...
Like you freed this...
I need to be...
I would very...
Maybe Allah can protect me in this battle.
Hello.
Renaigse, there you are again. What do you want?
To speak to you about my cousin's capture and the massacre of his escort. A soldier from the nearby outpost survived and told us that you were present on the battlefield.
You dare come here and accuse us of taking him? Let me throw him out this Renaigse and his Ilkdaren. May they receive this punishment for their arrogance.
I know that you see us as your enemies, but we are not here to harm you. I only seek to find the man I consider to be my brother, as well as the man who is protecting him. Katisach, one of your greatest Donegada.
No Donea Exregal would attack Katasach.
If you didn't attack him, you must know what happened to them. I was told that an islander took my cousin away. Perhaps your men were there to aid them.
We do not have your cousin, and we do not know what happened to him. As for Katasach, and the worst, Tire, he died from his wounds. That night, we heard the sounds of a terrible combat. The ground shook all the way to our homes. We went to see, but we arrived too late. The last breath of Katasach had returned to the wind when we arrived there, and many of the Renaigse were dead. We could do no more. We carried the body of the Donegad and brought it here.
He gave his life to protect Constantine. May he rest in peace. This request might surprise you, but we would like to see him.
Why? What do you want to do with him, Renaigse?
Examine him to understand what killed him. We were told that an island native was there and that he likely led the attack.
No Donea Exregal would attack Katasach. You have been lied to, or they were mistaken.
That is the very reason I need to see his body. To understand.
You may see him. But if you desecrate his body, you will pay for this offense with your life.
Katisach. Seeing the state of his body, I hate myself for having suspected him. Forgive me, Donegad, to have doubted your loyalty and even more for what we are about to do. Now then, let's see what story this corpse has to tell. The corpse retains the marks of a bludgeoning. There are large bruises all over it. I can see no wounds that could be attributed to a blade or a musket shot. The major wound is found on the chest, which was crushed by something tremendous, to the degree that the skin was torn. The ribs are in pieces and the organs punctured. The edges of the wound are singed and smell of burnt flesh. There is a powdery spot on this wound, as if from ash or dusty gravel. Katasach bore the brunt of this attack or incredible force. I would venture to say it was inhuman. I can only imagine one thing that could have inflicted such a wound. It's as if an enormous, burning stone hit him right in the center of the chest. And seeing as how the bodies of the soldiers we found were sporting wounds of a similar nature, we can deduce that we're on the tracks of a man, or a creature, capable of using molten rock as a weapon. We still don't really know who is actually behind this attack, nor what they want. Judging by the severity of these wounds, I fear the worst for Constantine.
All your experiments. You've learned so little. You've learned to fear. Your instincts should have been enough.
We had to at least try. Are you not even concerned or angered by what happened to Katasach?
We've grown accustomed to the loss of lives, your relentless attacks and incessant treacheries. All the same, there is truth in your words. This attack is out of place. Guardian and Donegad would never attack one another. There is a ritual that might help us. Anatalas Fair.
The Anatalas Fair? What is it? Tell me more.
It is a magical rite that only a person with a powerful bond to both spirits and nature can perform. It allows the Donegad who chants it to relive the last moments of an Onol Manawi.
That would allow us to at least see the face of his assassin.
If what I have heard is true, yes. To my knowledge, only one Donegad still living knows the ritual.
Let's ask her for her help, then. She might be able to tell us what has become of Constantine.
You are quick to ask another to put her mind in danger for your own concerns. Imagine the pain of the wounds of another, shaking your body as the cold of death crushes your beating heart. This is what you must ask of the Tiernahach. It is the price she must pay for performing the ritual. When her companion was lost in battle, fighting against your own, she wanted to live that death beside her. Since that day, our Tiernahach Kadachtas has never breathed air with the same breath.
That would explain her distrust of the colonials.
You must make her see your purpose. It may be the only way you are going to learn the fate of your cousin.
Hello, Mev.
Renoixe, why have you come here again?
I've come to ask you for help.
My help? You still seek the remedy for the sickness on your island? Or are you looking for something else?
My cousin has been taken, and I've been told that you could help me.
Truly? And in what way?
By performing the Anatalis fair on the body of Katasak, the Donegad.
Katasak is dead. Under Vosh Dire. This is a great tragedy. He was a good man. Perhaps the best of us all. How did this happen?
He went with my cousin to a sacred site when they were attacked. My cousin has disappeared, taken, according to a witness. And Katasak suffered terrible wounds. We examined him, and it seemed as if he had been struck by molten rock.
Fire of the earth? Only the Nadaig Manemen have the power to wield it. But none of our own would have attacked Katasak.
This is why we need your help. We want to understand and to find who's responsible.
Will you leave him alive as well?
What do you mean?
You let the one who tried to kill me go.
That is true. But I can't yet tell you what I will do to the one responsible for this. At least we'll have a chance to find Constantine.
Because it is your true reason to act upon this, no? Whatever your reasons deep down, I too would like to understand. Our island wails in suffering. Many Sinol Menawi have died. The Anatalas fair may kill me, but at least I will know. You will need to act as my Voglendaig, and bring to me the necessary ingredients while I prepare.
What do you require?
A potion. And listen and remember, or write in your language what I shall tell you. Do not forget, the viscera of the scavengers must be taken from a place near the battlefield, because they contain the flesh of those who fell. As for the personal object of Katasak, find his weapon, because it knew his fury and his despair.
He didn't have a weapon when I found his body. I'll search the battlefield.
Where can I find him?
In Daren's camp. She recovered him after the battle.
Very well. Not far from there is a sacred circle. You'll find me there when you have united all that I need. Then we can perform the ritual when the moon is high.
In that case, let's go together to the ritual site. The place of the attack is not far from Daren's camp.
Very well. I'll follow you.
me in this battle!
I recognize this weapon. It's Katasax, I'm certain. It must have been broken during the battle. Let's take it back to Mev.
Fiery flasks, you'll find the quintessence of alchemy. The best potion. Greetings. I have. We also. I was honored by. Greeting. I was honored by your... Greetings. I was honored by your... Greetings. What can I was honored by your visit. Please, come back whenever you want.
Greetings.
Here comes our pay, boys!
Come on.
What do you see? You must go, because without her, anything more.
I must urgently...
No, Anything more?
I suppose.
They are the lion.
Tell me.
That what we are the.
I'm.
No, any. You because.
I need to be going.
Well, I'm. able to find the elements I need for the ritual?
Yes. Here is what you asked me to bring.
This is good. But the moon is not yet high enough. Would you like to wait with me?
Yes. I'll keep you company.
Sit then in that case. And remain silent. I must meditate. Katasar, we have come to learn the truth of your death. Ato alkom frangawi brandi, olehana memen adestame haman. Baravridenan tahanemo quate grenfem, linqui damda renaute da hodos. Lemat, de tahawan kloisam, de talugedon velam, de taragam buledam, de tatamenam reloidan, adotalamen contebedam, en antelam verfragtangom.
Katasak, help me, please.
Show no fear. I do not think he means you any harm.
What is this? This monster. Why is it attacking us?
I don't know. I don't understand. It is as if it seeks you out. It wants you.
You never should have done that, Katasach. To save one Renaikse, you put us all in great peril. His spirit is different. He receives badly. You have woven the bond of the Deathbringer.
What is happening to you? Get a hold of yourself. Come on.
I cannot believe it. He has returned.
Who has?
Finbar. The High King. We thought he was dead. He disappeared months ago.
Is he the attacker? And what of Constantine? Have you seen a young, blonde-haired man? He was sickly.
Yes. The golden-haired was there. And he was afraid. Katasach protected him before he was killed by Finbar. Leave me now. I am very tired.
How are you feeling?
Better. What are you going to do now?
If I want to have any hope of finding Constantine, I must follow Vinbar. I have no choice.
Do you know where to look for him? Vinbar has been missing for moons.
The kings and queens could tell me when they saw him for the last time.
Then you must earn their trust. Arm yourself with patience and courage on Olmenawi. Your journey is still long.
Thank you, Mev. You have helped us greatly.
Do not thank me. I have not done this for you, but for Katasach. In order to satisfy my curiosity, I betrayed my king. You will find him and confront him, no doubt. All that remains for me to do is to pray that I have done nothing that cannot be fixed.
Farewell, Mev. So, have you reached an agreement?
Our discussions were very fruitful. However, we are faced with a problem.
Really?
Our peace treaty depends on the ability to exchange freely.
And Chief Ulan has warned me that our merchants would be at risk of being attacked by the neighboring clan.
Mordoon, the chief of the village of Igugsob, is at the Nea Exragao. He is among those who think that the people of your island are only here to take from us. But his village would also benefit from this agreement. If you could convince him to meet us, we could reach an understanding, allowing the caravans to pass through his territory.
Without this, I am afraid we would not be able to make a commitment. Peace and trade are linked. If our merchants risk their lives coming here...
I am sure that you will manage to convince him that the Renaigse are not all bad.
I can try, at least.
Adloredar, we will wait here and hope that you will manage to reason with him. To what do I... Have you...
No,
yes, minute.
I'm looking...
I feared... Help me. To what do...
I truly need to find Vinbar.
Help me solve the problem that I spoke to you about, and I would be happy to help you in return.
What brings you here on Manawi?
I seek your High King, and I was told that you were the last to have seen him.
That was many moons ago. And if he has chosen to walk away from our work...
Please. I would not ask this of you if it weren't a question of life and death.
I hear your words. Your clan has not given me many reasons to trust you. But if you prove my suspicions wrong, I will help you. The Lugaid Blau fooled us in the past. It is their turn to prove their good faith.
What do you want from us?
Not long ago, we clashed with your clan. Your people said that the forest belonged to them and prevented us from entering. We spoke with your Lady Morange, and we almost came to an agreement. Then an elder from my village poisoned 3 woodcutters. That stopped the discussions. The old man responsible for the deaths must be punished, I agree. But not by your people. Not until we are sure we can trust you. There is a mine in the forest that the congregation has long operated with help from my people. But digging into the mountain has risked it collapsing. We reinforced the earth with wood. We worked with the Lugaid Blau to save the mountain and the men. We agreed to stop digging and sealed the entrance with a boulder. But some Renaigse came back, and I think they started digging again. And some of my people started going missing. Perhaps because they have... If the mountain...
And you want me to intervene?
You have... If you do...
I'll go to this mine and see what's going on.
Is there anything else?
I must leave.
I will...
What are you doing here?
Ulan, the king of Vignamri, wants to establish a trade agreement and sign a peace treaty with the...
This sounds like something he would do. All he ever thinks, all of that, in hope of breathing new life into his village. Why?
Hikmet's emissary will only sign if their merchants can move freely and in peace. They want...
I am not like him. I, the Renaigse, cannot be trusted. They are deceitful.
The Danea Exvrgau I have... And yet you are running away from a mere meeting. By refusing to negotiate, you are only showing weakness. Nothing...
Not Fradi. Though I cannot refuse this meeting without fine. I will meet Ulan and tell them to find me at Landristel.
I will tell them right away.
You are becoming as talented as Petrus when it comes to convincing people. I wonder if I should be concerned about it.
Mordun is willing to meet you at Lanristel to sign a peace treaty.
You really are an accomplished negotiator and diplomat.
I knew you would succeed. Thanks to you, the whole region...
Do you know where this place is, Ulan?
Of course. In our language, Lanristel means it is a sacred place. One whose peacefulness...
In that case, we should go there at once.
Yes. I will follow you. Come back to see me soon. And if luck is on our side...
If those two ever sign a peace treaty, I'll be very...
We should go to Lanristel to check that everything is going according to plan.
And if we... Mordun is being attacked. Let's go and rescue him.
Adloredar, thank you for coming. You saved me. That accursed Ulan. I should have known he would betray us both. My men are dead, and now I am injured. I will have to join another clan if I do not want my whole village to suffer the—
I'm sorry, Mordoon. I really am.
You were deceived, just like I was. Farewell, on Almanawi.
Traitor! This meeting was meant to establish peace, and yet you have exclusively sent armed men.
Mordoon was a Denea ex-Regao. He would have never accepted an agreement with the Renaigse. He would have endlessly attacked our merchants and our allies' caravans. We had to protect ourselves if we were to make these exchanges possible. So we did.
By lying and manipulating me.
I am sorry, but I was unsure that you would agree to help us if I told you the truth. I understand your anger, but keep in mind that we are now at peace. You are now a Karans of anything else.
I'm in need of your help, Ula. I was told that you were one of the last...
I wouldn't know where you could find him. He disappeared moons ago, but you are our ally, our friend. I will tell you about the last time I met with him. We had met in the council at Dorhad Genadu to decide, but we were unable to come to an understanding. Setra and the poor Bladnid were among them, alas, and only speak about the I defended you, of course, and attempted to make them hear reason. With some, but our disagreement angered Vimbar. He decided to leave us and to seek counsel elsewhere. He wanted to go to the heart of the island to consult with on.
Do you think he might have stayed there?
I doubt it. It was too long ago. You should travel to Wen Shavar, even if he decided to stay away from his people. He would not have abandoned his close...
Thank you, Ulan.
Anything else?
Nothing. Hello.
Really? Might I do?
I am looking to find Vinbar, the High King of Tirfredi, and I was told that he was born in this village. He disappeared after visiting the heart of the island, but I was hoping someone here might know where he's hiding.
You should speak with Secara. She is the companion of our king.
Where might I find her?
I do not know. She left the village and I have not seen her in several days. Anything else?
What can you tell me about the High King? You must know him.
He is a great, but he has an oil. Anything.
Goodbye.
Wow.
Is there something I can...
I'm looking for High King Vinbar, but someone here in this village...
If anyone knows, it would be Secara. Anything else?
Would you know where I could find...
She left to follow Vinbar. She wanted the mountains...
What do you mean?
I don't know if Renaigse could... Our High King is on... His bond with the mountain is very strong. If Secara knew that the mountain she went to attempt to bond, we haven't seen her since. Anything else?
Where is this cavern of knowledge?
I don't know. The caverns of knowledge. Anything else?
Thank you for your help.
I heard talk about... It is a place where the Donegal within the earth. There are some on Tiafradi, but the entrance is sealed. Anything else?
Goodbye.
What awalams? Mat I dus?
Goodbye.
What awalams say?
Your tongue. You think someone's coming to save you? Give in. Your life is in our hands. It is time to tell us all you know. The sooner you speak, the sooner this will be over with.
We are not alone. We'd better be discreet.
She's been enduring this punishment for hours, blow upon blow through gritted teeth.
Truly savage beast we have here. Do we even know if it speaks our language?
Leave us. You will eventually tell us how you found your way into that grotto. Your defiance is only prolonging the inevitable. You remind me of that rat my master was studying. The creature used all of its fire in an effort to escape. Scratching, twisting, refusing to understand that the cage holding it was its only remaining world. It had everything it could ever need, but it wouldn't stop looking for a way out. Even though its fate was now sealed to serve science. Its animal instinct drove it to flee. It had strangled itself between the bars of its own cage in a final futile attempt to escape. It was an enormous beast and very clever. If it had simply relented, it could have lived peacefully for many years. Instead of that...
How can they do this?
This is such a disgrace. Let's talk to them. I may be able to reason with them.
I understand you may be impatient, and these so-called scholars deserve to be punished. But if we waited until nightfall, we could set her free discreetly and take her somewhere safe.
But I recognize this face. Lord de Sardet. What a pleasure to see you again. What good wind brings you?
We've been looking for a woman. In fact, it's the one you've just been torturing. Can you explain to me what she has done to be treated this way?
Believe me, we would never have reached such extremities if she had told us what we wanted. You see, we have been studying these beings that show, like you, such strange markings on their bodies. We call them metamorphs, but the natives call them onol-manawi. And we seek to learn through what process they metamorphosize. We heard talk of a cavern of knowledge. The savages hide all of their knowledge within this woman. She knows how to enter, but as you have witnessed, she refuses to tell us how. To know we are so close to understanding such a fascinating phenomenon, and to be able to do nothing. Let's just say it has made us aggressive.
It's extremely regrettable. Free her. We would like to have a word with her.
She won't tell.
Lord de Sardet has a soft spot for the savages, but he understands the price of knowledge. As proof,
have you already forgotten all that you owe me? Without me, you would all be... I took you for sages and... You have made me regret my actions.
It is true that we indeed owe you our lives.
No knowledge justifies treating anyone this way.
Ugh, free her now! We shall leave. Nothing more holds us here.
How are you feeling?
Better now. Those Renaigse are absent. But who are you? You too are a Renaigse.
We were told at Wen Shavar that you and you alone...
I wish I knew where he was right now. I waited a long time and then I came here.
You believe this is where he's hiding?
No. You saved me. And so I must help you as well. The Cave of Knowledge is a bit further north. Here is the entrance to the Cavern of Knowledge. I hope that Vinbar has left a clue to where he went. Something I could track.
Is it your wish to join him?
He is my Manundanem. That means the one who shares my mind in your language. We must be reunited.
I understand. But why protect the entrance to the cavern at the risk of...
The Caverns of Knowledge are truly sacred places. Only the Donegada have the right to enter.
But you're not a Donegad.
I am not. But I must enter in spite of everything. Even if I am not sure I can trust you. Because you spared these people.
Put your fears to rest. We have not come to defile this sacred place. How do we enter?
Allow me. I have seen Vinbar make these movements so many times.
The paint of this fresco is still fresh. It must have been painted recently. It's of a crowned man. Vinbar, no doubt. It looks as if he's walking through the skies towards the face has been painted on the volcano.
The spirit of the mountain. My heart did not betray me. Vinbar has readied himself.
Was that why you came in here? To confirm that supposition?
To understand, yes. As the years passed, I thought at first it was due to his status. But now I see that he was hearing the call of Enon Mil. He had no choice but to answer it. Oh.
These paintings are older. This looks like it represents a man who transforms himself into some kind...
He is a Donegad. But Vinbar was also bound to the mountain.
If I understand correctly, the Donegad are metamorphs.
Yes. The Sinolmenawi bind them to a specific place, and in return they become the Guardians. But how could a Guardian of the Plains resemble a Guardian of the Mountains?
Do you believe that Vinbar is readying himself to undergo this transformation? I thought it was a very slow process.
For some, it takes years. For others, it might... I hope only to have the time to bid him farewell.
Given how well hidden this seed was, it must open an important passage. All we have to do is find out which. This mural is also ancient. This door appears to be in front of a circle of stone. There are two altars and...
The Donegada seal certain sacred places with...
Yes, I've run into similar barriers. But here, there are two that seem to be... For one, the flower motifs seem to indicate which plant is required.
This is possible. The Caverns of Knowledge are used to initiate and transmit the knowledge of the Donegada. This painting must teach the younger how to reach the sacred place, where they will bind themselves.
In that case, shouldn't there be an illustration of the second plant?
The initiates also learn by listening to their masters.
On this one, we see a sacred site with raised stones. And behind the face of the volcano, we also see the path that leads there. Like some sort of schematic.
This must certainly be the path the young apprentices must walk. And the Donegada that are prepared to surrender themselves to Enolmir Frichtime.
Do you recognize the place where the
I think so.
With all that we've learned from study, I just hope there's still enough, and that Constantine is with him.
Who is Constantine?
I seek them both. But I learned from the Tierna Hak Kadactus that he took my cousin.
The Tierna told you this? And so you seek to avenge him?
No. Only to save my cousin and try to understand why.
None of what you say makes sense. Why would Vinbar take your cousin? I don't understand. My head spins. I need to breathe fresh air. I shall await you outside.
Please, go ahead. We will join you soon.
Am I the only one to think this woman's departure is suspicious?
It is true that her behavior changed suddenly. We should hurry and catch up with her.
I shouldn't have told her about Constantine. She must have thought we wanted to kill her husband. This door is locked. Sarah has put us in a very tricky situation.
We should have noticed that she did not trust us. Well, let's search. There must be another exit to this cave.
These traps weren't here when we went through with Sarah. Let's hurry and find this passage to the northern mountain before she decides to come and fight us directly. The scholars have been slaughtered. It must have been Sarah taking her revenge.
Some of them were my friends. What a waste.
They were terribly cruel and they paid the price for it. It's unlikely that she acted alone. We should stay alert.
Protect me in this battle!
This is the place which was depicted on the mural in the Cave of Knowledge. Vimba. Finally, we've made it to high ground. Now, let's find this trail to the sanctuary. It can't be far from here. Bloodied feathers.
They are extremely long. I know of no species of bird that sports such plumage.
Looks like Vinbar must have begun his transformation. He will soon become a guardian of the mountains. If we want to have any chance of saving Constantine, we must hurry. More of these giant feathers. We're on the right trail.
You should not have come all this way, Renaikse. I will not let you near Vimbar.
Sarah, we must see him. We don't have a choice. We saved you. Why have you locked us in the cavern? And why do you now stop us from passing?
In spite of your friendship with these monsters, you helped me. I thought that I had to help you in return. But I learned looking at the paintings that this was madness. Vinbar has heard the calling and answered. Even if it breaks my heart, he has done what is right. He maintains the balance. No one must stop him. I am his Menundanem. It is now my duty to defend the path he treads.
His path led him to kill Katasach, and now he holds my cousin captive. I'm sorry, Sarah, but no one will keep us from passing.
Aitmo!
Maybe enlightened protect you in this battle.
Over there, more feathers. More of these giant feathers. We're on the right trail. We found the entrance to the sanctuary. With Constantine. If he's still alive. We need... This must be the entrance to Vinbar's sanctuary. But it's obstructed. He knows how to protect his home. A stone altar. It resembles the one that protects the passage to Mev's sanctuary. This must be where I need to place the seed. And here is another altar. Are 2 seeds necessary to open the passage? The seed that Sarah was carrying should work.
That would be logical in any case.
Now that we have both seeds, the ritual should work. I need a bit of practice. King Vinbar. Why? Constantine didn't do anything. He has never sought to wrong your people in any way.
Like a worm he burrows. You are so naive. You cannot see with my eyes. Enol Milfrichtimin saw the wound. From atop the volcano, he warned me of the danger. Fed by bitterness, driven by desire, taking without giving, he will be the end of us all.
You have gone completely mad.
Take it. You are too blind, too renaixed to understand.
Leave him! That's enough! Free him!
I cannot. O source of life!
Free him! Damn it!
To approach Constantine now.
Constantine! Wake up, please, I beg you! Hang on. We're bringing you home to get you healed. "3 days have passed since we returned. I need to go to the palace to see if Constantine has finally awoken.
You should get some rest. You're not being reasonable.
To hell with reason. I've rested long, and I'm well enough.
You've just barely woken from a stupor that had you on death's doorstep. The affairs of state can certainly wait another day.
Thank you, my lady, but I am amazingly well. You can take leave of me with no fear, I assure you.
He just escaped a deathly sleep, and here he is, ready to conquer the world. Your cousin is exasperating.
What now? Are you going to scold me as well?
No. I'm just relieved to see you're still alive.
I'm quite relieved myself, actually. Thank you, cousin. Without you, I would be dead thrice, wouldn't I? Or is it the 4th time? If we start counting the time you stopped me from climbing the ramparts of Serene, we'd be up to 5 times now.
It's unbelievable. You feel no pain whatsoever. And your complexion.
I haven't even taken a look at myself. Is the improvement visible?
I wouldn't go that far. How is it that... What happened?
Don't make that face. It's merely a major miracle. Come on now. I'm going to tell you everything. We have been waiting for your return. I knew you would do everything in your power. I have always trusted you. But Katasak feared that I would not hold on long enough. He spoke to me about a ritual that would help me. I was excited about it, and in spite of all that has happened, I don't regret following him. We went to the ancient site, a place full of magic. I followed his instructions, and all of a sudden, what an incredible sensation. I felt better than I have ever felt, cousin. Alas, we had very little time to celebrate. Cries came to our ears, and beasts jumped all over us. We fled for a while, as other soldiers fought through, creating a path to join us. But I can see from your face that you know this already.
Indeed. Once on the ritual site, I followed your tracks and deduced what had happened. It seems that Vinbar was targeting you specifically. Did he say anything to you?
I was still very weak, and most of the time he whispered in his own language. It seemed that he was speaking to someone and following his orders. But there was no one other than us.
Do you have any idea why he didn't kill you?
No, not really. It seemed like he was trying to tell me something. He spoke about isolating me from the world, that I couldn't return to the Earth. It made absolutely no sense. But aren't you happy that he let me live?
Don't speak foolishly, of course. I just want to understand. Tell me more about this ritual. What did it consist of?
It is, I think, a ritual that the Donegada practice to bind themselves to the island.
Donegada? Katasak taught you their language?
Just a few words. He wanted me to learn, to understand, but we had so little time. So we visited this infamous site, where he prepared for me a sort of potion. What ceremony! I had to cut my hand in front of an enormous stone, and there, a gigantic beast came and started circling around me. It was incredible. I truly felt a bond with that place. Like a wave came through me, as if the power of the island was running through my veins. It was marvelous. And now I am Onol Manawi, like you. Even if the Malachor left me a few of its marks. But you had to encounter the god of the island, didn't you? How was Enon Mil Frictumen?
Yes, I passed a trial for that. But the only one who could guide me to the sanctuary is dead.
Oh no. Do not tell me.
And yes, only the High King can open the sanctuary according to Glendan. I have no choice but to return to see him. I'm certain they're going to name a successor. Good day, Glendan.
Beort Tirtomat, Karan.
Alas, his was not the only tragedy. Your High King, Vinbar, is also dead. He was taken by folly. He went away into his mountains after killing Katasak. Nothing I could say would allow him to see reason.
Are you telling me that you were the one who killed him? And you dare come here with his blood on your hands? He was one of the only ones amongst us to give you his friendship.
I'm sorry, but your High King did not leave me any choice. He was at the point of killing my cousin, and then he attacked me. He was becoming a guardian, a Nardaig. Perhaps it was for that reason
that you killed him, there is no doubt. But I do doubt he became the Mutman you described.
You know that I wish to see Enon Mil Frictumen, and he was the only one with the power to allow me to do so.
And we will celebrate his memory as well as those of all Ladnit, Katasak. But in spite of our mourning,
We must elect a new... The children of Tiafradi cannot remain without a guide. I will notify the Mal of all the clans, so that they may know to travel here.
Who has a chance of being elected, in your opinion?
Deirdre is powerful, and many clans would follow her. And there is also Ulan, a clever fox who is very capable of convincing the entire...
Deirdre, Dunkas, and Ulan.
I suppose.
Who will win?
I don't know. It is possible. If blood...
Is there anyone else?
Do not.
But you can. What can you tell?
That he is...
What can you... Am I taking...
The heart.
Can you tell
We
me?
do those...
And so... I'm asleep.
Qua.
What brings you here, Honor Manawi?
I'm the bearer of bad news. Vinbar, your High King, is dead.
Ande Voshtire. We haven't seen him in a long time.
Glendan told me that you would probably be among those who would want...
I am not looking for power, and I fear the other kings, the Renaisse brought chaos with them. We cannot change the past. And the wound is there. Refusing to acknowledge it is... So if you're worried about my intentions, if I were, we must find balance with those from the... But for this, we must teach the
I would like to meet Enon Miel Frichteman. If you were elected, would you help?
Remember what I asked of you? And is there anything else?
What do you think?
That is...
What can you... There...
In many of our villages, is there...
Tell me.
But is there...
I'm asleep.
What? What a break.
I would... If you... I'm asleep.
What? What brings you here?
I would like to... If you were
Is there...
Tell me about your...
But...
What do you think of...
But...
I'm asleep.
What with...
I would like... Some of
You
that,
though, but your... I didn't... Anything...
You
They
the word...
receive anything else?
Do you know...
Of the... But this...
Could you...
Yes, he...
Could you tell me about...
Yes, he...
Thank you.